Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Baburo and I'm from 4th year final year Bachelor's of Physiotherapy. So today we'll be talking about different measures of dispersion in the course of biostatics. So measures of dispersion describes how spread out or scattered the values in a data set are, and they help to understand variability in the data. So we have various different types or different data of dispersion or different measures of dispersion. So we have range, we have interquartile range, we have variance, we have standard deviation, we have mean absolute deviation. So we'll be explaining them one after the other. So one, we have range. And what is range? Range is actually difference between the maximum value and the minimum value in a data. So the formula is actually maximum value minus minimum value. And I put it here as an example. We have 5, 7, 9, 12, and 15. So we take the maximum number, which is 15, and we take the lowest number, which is 5. So we now say 15 minus 5, which is equals 10. And that is how we get our range from. So and then over to the next one, we have interquartile range. So an interquartile range is the difference between the third quartile and the first quantile. So now, and the formula is Q3 minus Q1. So the third quartile, we call it Q3, and the first quartile, we call it Q1. So in the formula, it's already said IQR, which is equal to Q3 and minus Q1. So if this is example now, so example, we said that if Q1 is equal to 25 and Q3 equals to 75, then IQR will be this 75, which is Q3. Don't forget, we said in the formula that Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is 75. We say 75 minus 25, which is Q1, which is 25. So it gives us 50, and that is our interquartile range. And then when we go over to the third one, which is variance. Variance is the average of the squared difference from the mean. So this is the formula which we are going to use. So for example now, if we say s squared equals to summation xi minus x bar, and then you're going to square it all over n minus 1. So that is that is how it will be. You know, we are going to square it, as we have said, like the average of the squared difference. So we are going to square it, which is s squared minus x squared equals to summation I minus x bar. Then you are going to square it over n minus 1. That is the example for variance. And when we go over to the fourth one, which is standard deviation. Standard deviation is the square root of the variance, which shows the average distance of the data point from the mean. So which means that it's just what we have explained earlier about the variance. So it is just the square root of variance. So we are going to, if this is the formula, so s equals to square root x squared. You know that x squared is taken from variance. So we are just square rooting it as this standard deviation is. While the last one, we said mean absolute deviation is actually the average of the absolute deviation from the mean. So this is the formula. It says that summation xi minus x bar equals to n. So that is just the formula for it, in case if you want to use it. So these are just the overview of how, like, the overview of different measures of dispersion. Thank you.